Hi there, this is Mr. Price again. Okay, here today to teach you all about coordinating conjunctions, what they are, and how you use them. Okay, so let's move on to our first slide then. So, simply, what are these coordinating conjunctions? Well, they join two main ideas, words, or sentences together. And there's a really cool way of remembering what they are, and that is through the use of fanboys. Okay, so F is for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. So today I'm hoping to show you just exactly how to use the conjunctions in sentences, okay, and when it's appropriate to use them and when it's not appropriate to use them. So let's dive in, shall we, with our first fanboy, which is F. Now, I always like to think about other words which are similar, okay, to these conjunctions. And so for is like using the word because. So if I think of a sentence like the tortoise eats lettuce because it's hungry, I could very easily switch the word because for and say the tortoise eats lettuce for it is hungry. Or I could even say, instead of saying I'm going to wear a jumper because it is cold, I could say I'm going to wear a jumper for it is cold. So the word for can be used like because. So that's the F for. A for and now. And is probably the most overused conjunction, okay, out of the lot of them. And all it does is join two main ideas together. So, for example, we could have John is my friend and we play football together as two separate sentences on their own. But the conjunction and joins the two together. So we could end up with John is my friend and we play football together. You should never really use and more than the once to join ideas together. A sentence really should only have two main ideas maximum, possibly three at a push, but and should only ever be used once to join ideas. So the next one is nor. Now, nor's a tricky one. You don't usually use this too often, but it's always useful to know how to use it. And it simply means and not. So, for example, neither the lettuce nor the water was touched by the tortoise. Or I should say, were touched by the tortoise. I do apologise about that. Okay, so you don't really come across nor that often. Okay, but it simply means and not. Now we're coming on to but, which means however, or to simply contrast something. I gave the tortoise some fresh green lettuce, but it wasn't hungry. Or you could say, I went for a run, but I had to stop because I was tired. But simply contrasts two ideas. Next one we have on fanboys is O for or, which means either, where you're presenting two different options. Okay, so he doesn't have any brothers or any sisters. Or I could say, we could go for a walk in the park, or we could go for a swim. You mainly use or when you are presenting two different ideas to people. For example, would you rather go on holiday in England, or would you rather go to Scotland? It's when you present two choices. Yet. Now, yet is simply another word for but. So if I go back to the sentence that I had for but, I gave the tortoise some fresh green lettuce, but it wasn't hungry. I could very easily replace but for yet and get the same meaning. I gave the tortoise some lettuce, yet it wasn't hungry. Different example. He was tall, yet he still could not see over the fence. And finally, we have the conjunction so, which means as a result of. So here we go. The tortoise looked hungry, so I gave him some lettuce. Well, the reason why you gave him some lettuce is as a result of the tortoise being hungry. Well, I must apologise for the lack of full stop there. That is one of my crimes against grammar. I do apologise about that. Another example of so here. I felt bored, so I went to the park. Well, you went to the park as a result of feeling bored. So that's how we use so properly. If you excuse me, that's a really bad crime against grammar, so I'm just going to put a full stop there. So there we go. So we're on to task time now. And today, your task, which will be on the blog page underneath this video, is just going to be one sheet, because I know I put two sheets on yesterday and that might have been a bit too much for you. So I just want to try and make it a bit simpler. So you have three tasks, okay, depending on which sheet you do. There is a red, blue, and orange option. Okay, so here we go. Now, if you choose to go for, well, regardless of the choices, questions 1, questions 2, and question 3 will be as follows. Your first question will be to rearrange the words to create a sentence where there is one of the coordinating conjunctions. So you've got to spot the coordinating conjunction first out of these. And the biggest clue there is that it's probably going to go into the middle of the sentence at some point. Okay? Question 2 is where you've got to link the main clause to one of the conjunctions to the other main clause as well. So, I ate an apple, or I still went swimming. Now remember what or stood for. Or is where you present two options. So you've got to look for where the second option is. I ate an apple, or we could play outside. I ate an apple, or I was hungry. So you've got to think about which one would link where. Okay? So there's 3 sentences for you to create there. And task 3 is where you are given the start of a sentence and you've got to complete the sentence using the coordinating conjunction. You can only use each conjunction once. So if I use and here, I can't use and down here for I like pizza. Okay? So it's a similar setup for if you do red, for if you do blue, or if you do gold. Now remember, parents as well, you can have a go at marking these. The answers are down here, which I'll just whiz very quickly. You haven't got to do it on the sheet, okay? You can write out the sentences in your book, okay, or on a sheet of paper.